again, Chidera's comfort is either Moskov, Claude, both Blink heroes that can split push. But now for RRQ, they're going to go for the good old Granger. Valir or Valen in the mid lane then.
Obviously poking Geek Fam till eternity and maybe just forcing out the Netherrealms. And now last pick for RRQ, the mid Valentina. Okay.
So no Lucas.
Well, most likely no Lucas. What a throwback though, now the Valentina and Faramis. We haven't seen these two picks being super prio in a long time. That used to be the meta for the longest time. Final pick for Geek Fam, the Ling Ling.
Oh, that's
bold.
Bold indeed. But you need bold if you want to beat RRQ. They're #1 in the standings. They've been the most consistent, most dominant team in Indonesia. If you want to play it safe, it's as good as just saying GG to RRQ.
All right,
and take risks.
Immediately though, the first thing I want to see is how badly this new glue is countered by the Faramis. Because now you have that split effect on a...
Spread.
The spread. It's not just on your ultimate, so there's more ways for the Faramis to actually burst you down, even before you fully commit in a fight. I want to see how that works out, because I haven't really experienced it myself.
Well, of course, the lineup rating for both teams, a considerable amount of point goes to RRQ, but now, of course, to open up the first match of today, RRQ with a golden ticket in their eyes. Meanwhile, Geek Fam still the King Slayers. Will they be able to hold on to their moniker? It is game #1 of RRQ Hoshi against Geek Fam.
Cast your predictions in the chat right now. Will it be RRQ or will it be the King Slayers, Geek Fam?
Let's see, man. The laning phase, I think, is gonna show us a lot of information here. In the EXP lane, in theory, it's gonna be Dyron on the glue, bullying Gobs for sure. But with that pressure, what are they gonna do? The same thing can be said for the gold lane, and we've seen RRQ play super aggressive once they have that side lane pressure, try and translate that into dominant moves towards the opponent's side jungle. So make no mistake, Edok is gonna be on the hunt for opportunities more so than those actual pickups. Already a play around the Litho here though.
Flickered from a boy already, by the way. So Jin will take the Litho Wanderer. That's information, valuable one, without a boy having the flicker. Beloyski gets away.
Again, so much proactivity with Edok holding the chip in his hands. It really just unlocked a lot of potential and a lot of control for RRQ in the upcoming minutes. And Geek Fam, they have to be content on waiting for the Link to be online, because early game, the Link can't really do much. But the emblems now, Arashi, anything you can spot?
Well, common emblem along with the agility and Master Assassin for Chidera, just to survive in the lanes for the most part. Rinse getting pulled back.
Rinse caught very low. Edok as well. Pops the crash course just to run away quick. Beloyski was able to do that much damage alone on Chip.
That's just the damage potential that Geek Fam has right now. That's why the Kalia is so good. You do damage, but you also heal your teammates. Look at this though. RRQ looking for a play. Edok. Whoa.
Crash course. Beloyski can still sustain. The boy will be able to get that stampede down to walk across the wall. Dyron in the mid lane getting enough XP for both Rins and himself to get 4. Beloyski jumping in all alone. Has to flicker out. That should be a green light for RRQ to go for it for free. A boy walks up one more time. Akins is still on the purple buff. Will go for the pitch. Asking Mr. Jin Dalbon. Akins getting the victory win. Beloyski gets first blood. It's another realm against another realm, but it's not going to be a fight that RRQ can take. Not with Sutsujin down. Tsunami slam. Dyron lifted up, thrown down, and taken out by a boy.
Look at the longevity that Geek Fam has with this composition. Edok wants to go for seconds. He's gonna be fine. But yeah, Geek Fam, their sustain is just incredible, and make it with the steal towards the turtle.
That was all Gobs, dude. The fact he walked up there in the midst of all the danger and found a knock-up onto Sutsujin, pressuring him, getting him low enough that I think it just threw off RRQ's coordination. It seemed like they were trying to sneak that turtle off before Geek Fam can even notice, can even react. But because it took too long there, because they had their other members scouting, looking out for Geek Fam, instead of bursting down the turtle, Geek Fam were able to get into that fight, and with the Netherrealm, with the Phobias at their disposal as well, that's a lot of fighting prowess in the early game.
And of course, talent predictions by the new application Go Bay. Full house! Unanimous decision. No dissentments whatsoever. Maybe it's just me and Lim with one game for Geek Fam.
Where's Mr. Pulung? That's the immediate question.
He's not casting.
He's stolen. Dyron kidnapped him.
All right. With a dominant prediction here for RRQ, Geek Fam definitely are working against the odds. But so far, they've been able to actually get a bit of an advantage, and they're still controlling the game pretty well. Oiski, oh!
Tsunami Slam, Chain CC with Gobs as well. And for the pursuit down, Dyron gets a beating. Takes a beating, but will be able to escape with the spread.
Feels like a lot of pressure exerted by Geek Fam now. They have the control needed so far, as Beloyski is so proactive as well. With the Kalea, unlocks a lot of things. Sudera with the Blazing Duet, clears top side. So no shove towards the turret whatsoever.
Immediately you can see the control from Geek Fam. They're gonna for sure be using Gobs here to really pressure the members of RRQ if possible. He's really waiting around here trying to find the initial engage, and Edok isn't really in the flanking angle to try and catch Geek Fam off guard.
Turtle next on the menu for Geek Fam. They're able to outfight RRQ at least in the stage of the game. Naked as well, so online.
Toy gonna be engaged on a full dive into the bottom. Oh, Toy taken out by a boy. Another round to counter the shortcut. Make it takes 2 blades. Sutsujin dumps in with the blade surge. Will be able to catch a boy. He's gonna be caught and taken down. Sutsujin claims a kill. But a boy spawns instantly back in the Lanadon.
Yeah, the Faramis passive prepares Geek Fam for a potential turtle contest here. As RRQ, they have to recall on their end. But Geek Fam's just gonna let this out in the open air.
It's back to a waiting game here for both teams. Look at this, man. Geek Fam have so much more sustain built in, basically. RRQ now have some control, and for now they do have the numbers advantage, but they have no idea where...
Whoa! That's your answer! You still get deleted! Maybe even more so, holy moly!
Even more so.
With the full stacks on Chidera too, you gotta remember, that's why the Claude gets so much value against the glue.
They did a great job. They did a great job just picking all these heroes that get full value from going up against a hero that gives you multiple targets. Even Gobs and the Phobius, technically, it's going to be able to sustain a lot better with all of these, you know, these blobs that he can actually just smash on to regen. So man, we're already seeing that being a massive problem here. RRQ, they're basically playing with Dyron being a non-factor.
Yeah, the glue has to be content with the fact that Geek Fam have ways to deal with this glue. A topside take.
They're not gonna do it. No way they take the shortcut there.
Yeah, they're saved. So no turret taken down as of yet. But RRQ, they need to rethink their decisions because so far Geek Fam are always on the hunt. Do RRQ, go for the fight because it feels like they're losing in every end?
You gotta go for the right fights. That's the question. Oh, Edok flickers out. Oh, Beloy.
Flicker Tsunami Slam. Makin's right there as well. Edok, can he pop the shortcut in time? Goes up the crash course, but will be slain by Beloy. Makins jumps in, defines blade into the back. Oh! Cut down by Toy, but Beloy flickers forward to get the kill back. Rins steals the Infernal Pursuit. Suyo still down below with a tier 2 threatened. Geek Fam will get a trade up top with a tier 1.
The King Slayers, their eyes focused on each Kings in the castle. And RRQ, they need to wait for a bit longer.
Chidera gang, Blazing Duet, immobilized. Boy takes it. Hold up, comes over another round. Actually able to get a kill onto him. Got to the chase, goes for the flicker. Sutsujin going to be taken very low. Has the surge, but gets caught in the Infernal Pursuit.
The portal works for both teams. RRQ have to remember
Not
that.
for Dewa.
Not for Dewa. Yes. Well, 1 second to go. The turtle does spawn right now. Geek Fam doing a great job winning out in the brawls, but they gotta maintain this control. They do have the Ling with the scaling here from Maykids, so they can take this game, they can take it easy. There's no urgency for anything. And with a boy picking up the Lightning Truncheon, the new Lightning Truncheon, with the zapping lightning going around to every single member, that's better wave clear and better burst potential. So RRQ, if they're concerned about the burst earlier, it's gonna get even worse now.
Splash damage as well to clear the blobs that Dyron might pose, but so far it feels like RRQ are kind of clueless on what they have to do. Geek Fam are always bringing the fight onto their faces, even with the shortcut in the hands of Edok. A salvage is trying to happen, but Geek Fam always come out on top. So what's the winning condition now for RRQ? Arashi.
They have to make sure that they go for a shortcut play and they don't get countered for it. Because again and again, every single time they go for a shortcut play, the first time was on the top side, and that was already basically a full-blown team fight. where the shortcut was kind of a backup call. And then afterwards, it was that pickup attempt that got countered because the members of Geek Fam funneled through as well. So they gotta control the waves initially, right? And then find the pickoffs where Geek Fam can't really force them into a fight because just by matchup alone, especially with the glue Faramis factor, they just can't really win out right now without an X factor, some kind of surprising moment, some kind of flank or a neutral objective. Look at Boloski though.
Gonna go Tsunami Slam, following it through. Sutsujin will be able to survive against two. Boloski and Chidera unable to get it done. Now he's bought enough space for Granger, Toy to take a turret up top.
Yep. Golden Staff for Chidera. Just try to hasten his presence in the team fights as well for RRQ now. At least they have Rinse to bank on. I mean, with the IMU, the Netherrealm could really change the game. Maybe with the Tsunami Slam as well. A big off might happen. Boloski
trying to bait out the Purify, won't be able to. Rins gets away with a dash. Make kids onto the turret he goes. Divine Blade ready with the Tempest Blaze as well. Will be able to force out a flicker. Out of Toy. Tyrant trying to go for the flank. E-Dog! Shortcut coming down, able to go with the VMI! Tyrant in the back line again, is gonna be a boy walking out Tsunami Slam to try to get the passive. Meanwhile, Make-Kids still dealing damage onto E-Dog. Dyron has mounted Chidera, but it's onto it, the turret he goes.
A Hail Mary play from the Kings, but still it won't work. Because what is a king in the eyes of King Slayers?
That was a risky play that RRQ took there. They tried to go for Chidera using E-Dog to really flank around with Sutsujin, but unfortunately for them, Chidera was able to get some distance, and just like that, that's the full all-in. The playmaking that E-Dog usually gets done for his team just isn't as strong on a hero like the Chip. They've got to really, now I guess, stall the game out even longer, wait till both teams are kind of scaling, and wait for that shortcut to actually be a deciding factor here. Although with Make-Kids in the picture, it really won't be that simple even if the game goes later on. And we've already highlighted that RRQ, one of the win conditions that people have used against them is taking them to that late game where the factors are just a bit more sporadic. That's where Boloski really shines too.
And by the way, 10 kills for Geek Fam without a single kill on their cores, on their hyper carries. Is that going to bite them back in the late game? Because they need their kills, but so far they're diving in.
Ghostbursters and the Stampede. Rins able to escape with a sliver of HP. Up top to 1v1, Make-Kids versus Sutsujin. Enhanced Lord in the mid lane, getting another tier 2 as Chip. E-Dog will look for a flank. There's no conceal on Geek Fam's side. A boy looks like he's going to be walking right into it. E-Dog pops in the shortcut and the crash course. A boy pops into Netherrealm, able to get it in time. E-Dog taking down Boloski. Looking for the play, goes in. That's a Netherrealm already used. And Tsunami Slam. Dyron taken low. What? Sutsujin dives into all of them. He gets shut down. But I don't think that was worth it. A boy mounted, but Chidera does not care. Geek Fam 3-1.
That was a 4v5. Make-Kids was upstairs, chilling. And now they lose 3. Geek Fam might just try to engage.
Toy with a Death Sonata. A sentence to Make-Kids as Rins walks up. Tries to go for more. Another Terrify. Flicker from goal! No! Gets a kill. Chidera in the back still, waiting for an angle to BMI.
A lot of miscalculations for RRQ, and they're going for all these risky plays. Really uncharacteristic. Geek Fam are getting the better of them, again, just by playing the template basic game. Won't be any shortcut attempts right now from E-Dog. But as you mentioned, realize Chidera, he had no kills earlier, but he has picked up 3 right there. He has a Marksman Trinity and a Wind of Nature as well. So it's gonna be on the hands of Rins to really be a real threat right here. And he still has to be concerned about using the Netherrealm at the right moment. On the flip side, a boy, as long as he doesn't make any fatal mistake, he's not even running the Purify, and he's just chilling, staying in the back, outputting that damage, and going with the Netherrealm when RRQ are going for that one play, because they know when the fights are back and forth, RRQ are the ones at a disadvantage, because all their ultimates are very committal.
Yeah. It feels like Faramis is a boy classic. This is old school boy we're looking at, and he's very, very impactful in this hero so far. Like I said, without the Purify, he's able to style in RRQ. The Lord spawns now RRQ. They need a Hail Mary play to save game number 1. Queen's Wings in the hands of Sutsujin to try to mitigate more damage in the hands of Geek Fam, but Geek Fam, they have prio on the Lord.
Yep. Looks like they're going to try to blitz it. Rin steals away the Netherrealm from a boy. Maked's
Edok.
on it. Edok in the back line. Maloyski going to be able to lock him down. Maked's wins out. Shortcut plays down. Edok. Oh, burst it down by Maked's. Netherrealm for Geek Fam. Saved out. Oh, Tsutoji gets the stun and the Soul Center. But Chidera will wipe him down. Meanwhile, in the back again is Gobs. Having a field day. Maked's with the assassination. Tyron, the only man left standing, knocked up. Maked's finds a triple. The only king that the Geek Fam recruits want to bend the knee to is Baloyski.
The King Slayers swing their swords. They rumble on the castle walls and they take game number 1. Will they be the ones to spoil the King's feast?